What do you know? It's morning already.
Come on, wake up. Let's go. Please don't wake me up.
Come on, get out of bed.
Glenn, Angel, and Tim.
We ready?
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the world. TGIF. Everyone's in a good mood because Monday is a public holiday. But not for us, though. We will be in the studio on Monday to keep you company.
That's
Yes,
right.
we will.
Making your long weekend even better.
Yeah, our Deepavali special. But of course, if you give me the choice, I'd rather sleep in on Monday. Anyway, guess who we have in the studio?
Are you ready to get sexy?
Sexy, baby.
Welcome, Dr. Martha Lee, the sexyologist.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Martha Tara Lee. Ladies and gentlemen.
How do you like that?
That was so good.
Thanks to Tim. Tim produced that.
Well,
Amazing.
Special people need special intros.
You'll have to reprint all your cards and now it should say sexyologist.
Okay.
Yeah?
Love that.
So, Dr. Martha Lee, today, from what I understand, we are going to be talking about menopause because it is World Menopause Day.
Yes,
That's right.
It's World Menopause Day tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
firstly, though, for those of us who are not in the know, what exactly is menopause?
Okay, menopause is what happens after 12 months of no period and then you are menopausal.
It's called freedom as well.
But this happens to people who are a bit older, right? You can't possibly, if you're in your 20s, let's say, 12 days,
12 months.
12 months.
12 months.
For the
12
whole
months
year.
of no period.
No period. It doesn't mean that someone at that age has menopause, right? Because it's not natural for someone so young to have menopause,
Yes, but
right?
there are also people going through treatment and then they end up with early menopause.
Early menopause.
But if you're talking about
Cancer.
young people without periods over a year, it could also be diet. It could also be, undernourished and stuff like that. But this is completely different. So how old are women when they typically start that
Yes.
menopausal
So
journey?
usually mid-40s and above.
Okay.
So in Singapore, they said around 49.
when
Okay.
you're completely done, right?
Yes, when
Okay.
you're done.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
So
guess
is menopause a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. There are changes to your body. However, you can just do without the worry when your period is coming and then carrying a pad with you and all the other things that happens with menstrual cramps,
Bloating.
and fear of pregnancy.
Right. And I'm sure, there must be a certain element of hormonal changes as well. How does that affect the ladies?
Yeah, some of the symptoms includes hot flushes, insomnia, vaginal dryness, painful sex, mood disorders, depression, weight gain, and the recent study that came out in Malaysia and also Singapore that was just announced 2 days ago is actually a lot of Singaporeans, they have joint pains and muscle pain. So it's definitely not an easy time. Then brain fog for some women. So really, because it's so different for different women, it's not that everybody goes through it, and also to different degrees.
And I mean like mood swings as well.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
All those things you mentioned early on, like,
Yeah.
painful sex and stuff like that. So let's say, a husband is going through something like that because, he's subject to the mood swings and, if he wants to get physically intimate with his wife, but his wife is going through all that, then what should they do? Should the lady communicate to her husband that she's going through this? Are there women who perhaps maybe choose to keep it to themselves?
Yes, actually, this is a very real thing because we don't talk about sex so much in our society. So I have had clients, they just notice the changes in their wife and then they just suffer the brunt of it.
Right. Wow. Okay, that must be
It's
very
tough.
tough.
I think the first thing to do is really tell them, I've noticed you've been doing this. Is there anything going on? Do you want to go for a check? I think you just need to be honest.
the man as well, right?
Yeah. Honest with because sometimes they are doing it and they don't even realize.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like, of course, the woman should also perhaps maybe talk about it first? Because sometimes guys are a bit shy, you know. It's like
and you don't want to pressure also, right? So you don't bring it up.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue to talk to Dr. Martha Lee on The Big Show TV. Meantime, here's the Kid Leroy with Girls on Kiss 92.
Okay.
I love how you did that. You pushed it back to the women, but but I think it's a two-way conversation, right? I mean, you have to communicate. Like I've had moments where, because I've already menopaused, I've had moments where I've snapped at my husband.
Okay.
You know, and then he's kind of like, okay, you know, you're going through something. I'm stepping off. I'm stepping away. Or I know it's coming up, and I kind of just tell him, okay, I'm in a really bad mood today, so wide berth.
Yeah.
This is before menopause?
Leading up. So it's called perimenopause.
How do you spell peri?
PERI.
Is that pre-menopause?
It's like premenopause.
Okay. And how long before the main
so
menopause?
So the symptoms will be, depends on the person, but they say as long as like 4 to 14 years.
Okay.
4 to 14 years.
Perimenopause.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
What?
Really depends on the person.
So if women typically menopause at 49 in Singapore, that means they could start at 35?
Yes, so the symptoms start showing up. The symptoms.
What is peri? PERI? Because I only know peri chicken from that.
No,
It's not pre-menopause.
Yeah,
it's
so all the
perimenopause.
symptoms that I mentioned just now are the signs that will come up, like maybe weight gain and
Hot
thinning hair,
flushes.
hot flushes, and just noticing that there are some like changes happening to their mood, things like that.
Okay.
And the hot flushes, I'm telling you from experience, I could wake up in bed with just drenched in sweat.
Really?
Drenched in sweat, air-conditioned room.
Oh.
And then it lasts maybe 2-3 minutes, and then you're fine again.
Wow.
You know, so it is a real thing.
The things women go through.
Getting sweaty without the hanky-panky first. That
no
sounds terrible.
hanky-panky as well.
Right?
Not even feeling like it as well.
But you know, speaking of hanky-panky, is it possible for couples to still have a healthy sex life after menopause?
Okay, what happens is a lot of my clients, the moment they feel discomfort and pain during sex, they think, they're not meant to have sex anymore, and then they stop. They do not know what to do, they just give up. But actually, with some adaptations, they can be sexual. It's just that the body is going through some changes, and after some years will stabilize. So it really depends on what they have, and they should consult with their doctor. Should they consider HRT, hormonal replacement therapy? And there are devices and products that they can use, which I always teach my clients.
So you're talking about HRT. That's for the women, right? Hormonal replacement therapy. So should women be getting HRT when they menopause? I mean, and because menopause is a natural thing, right?
Yeah. However, the body is going through so much changes that it is affecting their quality of life. And so it's important for them to get the necessary consult. And it's not true that if you go on HRT that you will have more chances of developing cancer. I think there is a big misconception way when it started. And a lot of people have a lot of irrational fears around it. So really getting the complete information, informed choice from your doctor is very important.
What exactly is the therapy?
So yes, you will be taking hormones, but it's
pills.
Yes,
Okay.
And it really depends on your what you prefer, because there will be different options.
Oh, right. Okay.
Later, when we go back on the radio, I do understand that there is an app.
Yes.
That women can download in order to understand menopause a little bit more, right?
Okay.
But maybe we can just,
talk about it.
For those people who are not listening to us on the radio and just watching us, on the Big Show TV right now, what is this app?
Okay, so my friend developed this, and there are actually several menopause apps being developed, but this particular one, Spring of Life, SOL, Menopause, is an Asian-based menopause app, medically reviewed, and I'm one of the contributing experts. So the thing I like about it is it does help you to track your symptoms so that you can better understand your body.
So you can go to Sol Menopause, solmenopause.com to find out more.
Right. Okay, well, we'll talk about that a little bit more as well once we go back on air. But I mean, earlier on, we were talking about how can you still maintain a healthy sex life, right? I mean, and some things you mentioned, there are pills, there's HRT. Okay, without turning to those things, what are the first simple things that you might encourage couples to do first?
Yeah. So when you have vaginal dryness and itchiness, you can actually use vaginal moisturizers. And a lot of people do not know that. Just like we moisturize our face, we use all kinds of things to make sure there are no lines. There are changes happening to our vulva. And so it's important to moisturize it so you feel less itchy, because that causes a lot of discomfort. And also, you can use lubricants if you have penetrative sex. You could use bullet vibrator. You could use a vulva pump to actually encourage the blood to remember to flow to the vulva area, because the walls start to thin, and actually even the outer area, the muscles actually start to the tissue starts to change.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there are things that can be done, but a lot of people don't know because they don't have information, and they're very, very afraid that they will be addicted to it, reliant on it, when in reality it's actually to remind the body how to function.
And you said the vulva will thin.
Yes.
So if you don't sort of use aids like your lubricants and whatnot, is there a risk of being physically like hurt, like torn as well down
Yes.
there?
Oof.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
So I have clients who have bleeding, and then they have the tearing sensation and extremely painful.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
my clients who have cancer going through treatment, that's what happens. The vagina starts to atrophy.
oh.
So it's nothing to do with the size of the man.
No,
Right?
it's
I
a
mean-
physical
No,
thing that is
no,
happening to
it's
the
not.
body.
Right.
So it's not
Yeah.
imagine; it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go back on air.
Kiss 92 traffic.
All right, taking a look at what's happening on the roads. We are leading up to the long weekend, so I do expect that the causeway will be getting a little bit packed out. But outside of that, on Brattle Road towards Queensway after Brattle Road, a vehicle's broken down in lane 2. On the AYE towards Tuas after Penjuru Road, an accident. Also on the PIE towards Changi after Jalan Eunos, causing a bit of backup. Avoid lanes 1 and 2. Another accident has been spotted. And on the PIE towards Changi after Engnyo Avenue, yet another accident has happened there. If you spot anything else, it's 88550920.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. In the studio for the third time, and who is now our regular contributor, our good friend, Dr. Martha Tara Lee, who is a sexologist. Welcome, Martha.
Thank you.
We like to call her the sexyologist.
Sexyologist.
Yes.
Who is very involved with a new app. It's called Sol, which is a guide to better menopause. And this is a guide, I'm sure it's not just for the ladies, for the men as well, to learn more about menopause, yeah?
Yes, that's right. It's an Asian-based menopause app, medically reviewed, and I'm one of the contributing experts.
So we have Karen. Karen might have missed your information on this. She's asking on Facebook if it's normal to have hot flashes pre-menopause.
Yes, it's very common. About 40% of people say that they have hot flashes, myself included. And there are things you can cope with, like wearing clothes that are more breathable, taking cold showers, adjusting the temperature of the room, and breathing.
Yeah.
So what? Women who wear who are scantily clad, maybe they're experiencing menopause.
She said comfortable clothes.
I
Yeah.
see.
Sorry, Karen didn't say pre-menopause. She said pre-menses. Hot flashes pre-period. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's happened for including me. So every single time my period is coming or I'm ovulating, my body will break out in hives and I won't be able to sleep that night. So this has been happening for years and years, and that's just my body's way of responding to all the changes to my hormones. And you can say it's a bad thing, but also it's like, okay, thank you for the body for telling
For
me.
the warning, right?
Yeah.
I used to get very scatterbrained, and I used to forget and become very clumsy.
Every day you ask. No.
No, I used to become very clumsy as well before my period came, and eventually as I got older, I realized, it's around the corner.
Okay.
And the body.
So
has
you can be angry with your body, or you can work with your body and say thanks for telling me.
Exactly.
And then just care of yourself during that time.
But that's not to say that every lady who is clumsy is going through menopause,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Or-
And she's also not going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least we have an excuse now for those women who are clumsy and scatterbrainy. No, she's just like going through menopause.
No,
lah,
it wasn't
it's okay.
menopause. I said before my period each month.
Oh,
So that was
okay.
my warning sign. Like you have the hives before, for the warning sign. But one thing you said, she's not going crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of men have that conception of women who go through menopause and don't understand it. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, rather than her feeling so isolated, I think it's really important to support her. So there are a lot of symptoms besides hot flushes. That's the one that we know most commonly, but there's also insomnia, vaginal dryness, mood disorder, weight gain, joint aches, and about 74% of them said that it does interfere with their work.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, you brought up mood, okay? So let's talk about mood. Those who are maybe perimenopausal, into menopause already, obviously the moods are going to be changes. There are going to be changes to the mood. And I mean, aside from all the physical things that you mentioned as well, the physical symptoms as well, I'm sure when you're going through menopause, I'm just guessing, the ladies just don't feel sexy. Okay? How would you advise couples to address that so that they can still continue to have a healthy sex life?
Yeah. So one of the symptoms is also weight gain. I've also gained weight, and you do feel lousy about yourself. I think not just the inside, but also the outside. And so when that happens, it's important to communicate with each other. I have encouraged my clients to speak to their partners clearly and directly about how they actually feel about them gaining weight, and actually being able to see yourself through their lenses, because a lot of men that I've spoken to and worked with, they actually don't care about that, because that's not why they love their partner.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if you can have the reassurance and you know without a shadow of a doubt that these are all the reasons that they love you, maybe it will help you to be less conscious of yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
But should all husbands like just assume that their wives are going crazy because they're going through perimenopause or
No.
No, bro. No.
Because
it
if the
could be them, they are the ones making them crazy.
But if the woman doesn't say it, then how?
Then
like
the
if I'm a
man-
woman, right, and I don't feel like having sex with my husband or whatever, I'll just say like, okay, I'm so sorry, but I'm not in the mood right now, not feeling sexy. Maybe I'm going through, I'm experiencing perimenopause now.
But
But how many women actually
Yeah.
say that though? Sometimes the husbands need to know,
Yeah, they may not even know the symptoms as well, right?
Yeah.
So they don't know what's going on with them. So it takes pointing out to them.
And I
Okay.
think
And,
education and awareness is key for
and
this.
just love,
Yeah.
I feel like
Love, Glenn, love.
Yes.
women should know this one.
No,
No, a lot
men
of
should
people
know
don't
this
know.
as well.
And
Yeah,
also-
men have been experiencing women like with mood swings for years.
Okay. And also, bro, whether she's going through menopause or not, right?
Yeah.
Calling her crazy will result in
help.
no
Did I-
action.
did I use
the word
no
crazy?
help.
Yes.
Definitely no
yes,
action.
don't call her crazy.
I used the word crazy.
Yes.
Okay, I take it back.
Couple
Sorry.
of times.
Okay, it's 8:24.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you.
Unless it's you're crazy hot. You
I
are
think there are things
crazy
to do
sexy.
to stay married.
Like many people, I think have gotten divorces because of like these
Maybe.
misunderstandings. Or
Yeah,
It's
there are women
possible.
who also have had to quit their jobs because the symptoms are so bad, and they really need to seek treatment earlier than later.
So we have a couple of questions on Facebook. Jen is asking, how about hot flushes for andropause? Is that normal now?
what in the world is an andropause?
Okay, and andropause. It's not a noun. So the main difference is that menopause in women is a sudden complete cessation of reproductivity ability. And andropause in men is a gradual long-term decline in testosterone, but does not end male fertility.
That's right. So can I ask whether you all have symptoms of hot flushes?
Yeah.
Well, I'm always fighting with my wife over the temperature of the room because she's always too cold and I'm always too hot.
But
you know?
no, hot flush usually comes in and goes. It's
Yeah,
not like
sudden.
Oh,
yeah.
Usually after I drink alcohol.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
so that's not.
Do you,
hot
do you
flush.
get that?
No,
No.
I drank a lot last night.
But is
so
it
far so good?
Is it about the same age group for men?
Yes. So a lot of times they attribute it to the low testosterone and then needing to go on HRT. But actually, I feel that there are things we can do with our lifestyle that can help with the testosterone as well.
Like what?
Exercise being one, sleep, diet, are supplements. These are some of the natural things that one can do to help boost their testosterone. I think we rely a lot on all these things, which I think we have to make educated decision based on all the information we have.
Right. I want to talk about support. Okay. Now you mentioned angiopause, right, which affects men. Okay. I would like to think if I was going through something, I could rely on my bros. I'd be able to talk to Glenn, whatever it is that I'm dealing with. How do you feel women can support other women who are going through menopause?
Yes. So there has been a lot of light on menopause in recent years, I noticed, not just in Singapore but worldwide. And in Singapore specifically, there are support groups that are being established for people going through menopause. There's like a Telegram group that I'm part of. So it's useful because you get reassurance, validation from other women, and you feel definitely less isolated.
Okay.
Okay.
Going back to andropause again, because andropause, refers to men, right?
Yeah.
Who are going through like menopause.
Menopause.
Yeah, actually, just instead of andropause, should be
Should've.
menopause. But okay, it's too close to menopause. Okay, anyway, so what can men do then? I mean, should they go see maybe a urologist, or how can they get their testosterone replaced?
Yes. So in Singapore, you can go to a urologist. They have a lot of education around it. I've attended several medical conferences, and they keep talking about what to do, what kind of interventions, things like that.
Because I feel like, I don't think I have an issue, but I mean, I'm already 55. I'm sure in like 5 years' time or 10 years' time, I'm gonna, feel, something. Can I just inject myself with more testosterone? As in, like, if I go to a urologist right now, okay, more testosterone, please.
HRT.
Because
I
if you
guess,
go
right?
to like GNC or all these places, right, they have these supplements. I always see like testosterone, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't work lah. You can't just take tablets and then what? Your testosterone is gonna be
But there is
enhanced.
testosterone replacement therapy, right?
Yeah.
TRT. I've heard that phrase come up quite a lot that men
Yes.
will go for.
Yes, that's right. However, there are also people who are on borderline, and all they need to do is just monitor their health and their symptoms. There are people who self-diagnose and take this and that herb and whatnot. It can be dangerous because you are maybe over supplementing yourself at times as well. So it's important to go for a test and to find out where you are at. I think a lot of people, the moment they have low sex drive, their immunity, they should go on testosterone replacement therapy. But actually, I feel that our sex drive is so much more than just hormonal. It's also mental, relational. That's like stresses of life. So we really need to look at what we can do before we just rely on medication.
Can you for example, if a client, right, comes up to you and asks you to analyze him, like whether or not he's like a sex addict, for example, can you do that analysis?
Okay, so I need to find out when they come in and say, I think I'm a sex addict, to find out how often he's having sex, how often he's masturbating, and whether that I feel is like too much.
Right.
So there are people who masturbate just to escape, like 7 times a day, but let's say it's only for a week.
Or are they just bored?
Yeah, or bored because wife is on holiday, and so masturbating is like a holiday for him as well. So then that's not a sex addict, because addict has to do with compulsive behavior and cannot control themselves. So if you can control yourself, you're not masturbating in public, you are not masturbating at work, you are not skipping work, then
it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Like, what is he masturbating to? That's the thing.
I
It's like some people masturbate to porn and all that. I mean, you can't possibly be masturbating to the
nothing.
the what do you call
The urinal?
maybe the cat in the house.
I think a lot of times we just throw these terms around, and then there's a lot of fear because of also the lack of sex information and labels that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with masturbating though.
Nothing wrong.
I want to ask about andropause, because it says it's a drop in testosterone but not fertility. So what are the symptoms for men? Is it that they have less of a libido?
Yes, and also the biggest one is brain fog.
Brain fog.
Fatigue. I have clients whose wife would say, nowadays I notice you're very grumpy, and then you sit down and then you're just like moody.
Like
You know why not
couch
grumpy? Because
potato.
she's not giving him enough sex. That's
Oh
why.
my gosh! It
I tell you
always
what,
leads.
if all the wives are giving their husbands enough sex, let's say, right, there will be peace.
But you said brain fog, which is also forgetfulness, right?
Yes.
I wonder who is always forgetting
so,
around here.
So testosterone is not just for sex, you know.
Yeah.
It's also what happens if you cannot remember things and you are foggy all the time. Then
Yeah.
you are not productive in your life at all.
Then you need a PA
Yeah.
to make sure that everything is in check.
Okay, wait. I'm not forgetful. For the record, I'm not forgetful. I think I'm just maybe a bit irresponsible.
You
You know,
got a
but-
bit of a brain fog. That's what
Really.
it is.
You
It's okay.
definitely have
Like-
brain fog. That's for sure.
I'm not denying
It's like-
it.
oh,
I'm not.
okay.
Yeah,
How about
Alright.
grumpy?
Well, at least now we
No,
also
no,
got
I'm not.
we
He's
also
not
got an
grumpy.
excuse. Earlier, we were giving the ladies an excuse for being clumsy, so now
Yes.
we got an excuse to be forgetful. as
Oh my
well.
gosh,
Yeah.
andropause.
All right. See, that's why it's good to have a bro on the show.
Angie's asking, does every man go through what a woman goes through, like menopause? I mean, will every man experience andropause? Like, will every woman experience menopause?
I think the symptoms are different for different people. So that's why it's so individualized. And you are going through it, you may not know it. Actually, when we hit around 40s, men and women both experience atrophy of their genitals because of hormonal changes. So there are devices we can use to help encourage the blood to continue to flow to our genitals. Like for people with, for men, penis pump, for women, vulva pump. And
Okay.
this is something that I didn't know.
Pump?
Yeah, pump.
Yeah, like
pump.
what? So okay.
Yeah. So the pump goes over the penis and then it draws blood, encourages blood to flow into the organ. So it's actually a therapy.
Like a flashlight. Don't ask me how I know that term.
Pump is a pump.
It's a
okay,
pump.
right.
Okay.
Suction.
Oh.
Suction.
Oh,
So
right. okay.
when does a man use that then? What? I
Yeah,
mean,
like
this-
is it before sex? Is it after sex? Is it in his free time?
You mean
I mean,
it's-
when does this happen?
You can use this as part of sex and also as an exercise by yourself to encourage the blood to flow to the organ.
That's why
Oh.
she said exercise is so important because of the blood flow. So the lack of blood flow is gonna not go down there
But
as
if
well.
the moment you're turned on, the blood will flow there. What?
But that's the problem. It's the testosterone, lack of
Yes.
testosterone that won't get you turned on.
Oh,
Yeah, not the fertility aspect.
I dread that day. Because as I grow older, I feel like that.
Confidence, bro.
Okay,
Long
okay,
time.
let's go,
Long
let's
time to go.
Okay, traffic.
Glenn, Angel, and Tim. The Big Show. Kiss 92. Kiss 92 traffic.
On the SLE towards the CTE after Yio Chu Kang Road, avoid lane 4, a vehicle has broken down. Also on the PIE towards Changi at the Paya Lebar exit, an accident has been spotted. On the PIE towards Changi, a vehicle is having trouble after the ECP airport exit, avoid lane 2. And finally on Bradle Road, a vehicle also down towards Queensway. This is after Bradle Road, taking up space in lane 2. Let us know if you spot anything, 885550
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for today is sexologist Dr. Martha Tara Lee.
Yeah, we're talking about menopause and to some extent andropause as well, which affects men. Okay, over the years, I would like to think, medical technology, advancements. Is there any way that human beings can do things to delay the onset of these things?
I think this is something that does happen. So of course genes plays a part, our genes, people who just look good for their age, but also our diet, having a more alkaline diet, a plant-based diet. Exercise can reduce 30% of chance of depression. Then there's also sleep, getting enough sleep because it reduces cortisol, and of course a connection with people. It helps to increase our oxytocin. So feeling supported helps with all these risks that may happen to you.
Did you see the big smile on Angel's face the moment she mentioned
though?
plant-based diet?
I don't get
because
it.
meats are acidic.
Yeah, but you still went through menopause. So it's not like because you're a vegetarian or vegan, then you
No,
you
of
don't go
course,
through
everybody
menopause.
goes through menopause, which is true. Yes. But we have someone who was asking about evening primrose. I also have in my fridge dong quai, which is the female ginseng, right? Do things like that help allay the symptoms of menopause, things like hot flushes. It used to work for my mom, I remember.
Yes. So I actually take evening primrose myself. It does help with blood circulation. So it does help with my menstrual cramps, but it does help us, and also omega-3 in particular.
Okay.
Because there's omega-6, right? That is not so good in the oils and all that, but omega-3 really, really help. So in my research of what really helps menopause, I have come across dark chocolate, not the whole bar, just like a little cube.
Aww.
Dark chocolate. Not those with milk, dark chocolate,
Dark
and
chocolate, yeah.
omega-3. Like these are the two that I keep hearing repeatedly really helps. Then there's a green tea, matcha, all these things that helps.
Okay, so you said omega-3 helps with the blood flow. So that is
evening primrose.
Oh, evening primrose. So that is kind of like oxygen flowing to all the right places.
Yes.
Okay.
So age definitely plays a part, right? I mean, when we were younger, it's like different. Like
No problem.
When I was younger, like I can go, man. Like in an hour, I can do it like maybe 3-4 times. You know, but
Okay,
as
thanks for sharing.
I feel he wants a clap. He wants applause.
No, when I was younger, lah. Like when you're in your 20s and all
Did you
that.
get an applause back then?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you
thank
go.
you.
So now we're giving you a
But I'm
hand.
about to share even more. But now that I'm 55, for example, right? I mean, yeah, after I think maybe like in an hour, maybe twice. Because I'm older now.
Good job,
You
Glenn.
need to put this on your Tinder profile. bro.
Yeah, I can go twice in an hour.
Yeah, I can't go again. You know
I
what
can
mean?
go twice in an hour. People
Okay,
are like,
so
do you
actually
need to
Give me
lose?
like 20 minutes.
But
and then
I actually think a
jump
lot of
on me
people
again.
want to learn from you how you live so well and you're doing good for your age. Like, what do you do?
I feel like the more sex I have, the more I want to have. No, that's the problem. I don't know whether I'm a sex addict.
Actually, it's true, because the more sex you have, the easier it is for your body, and it's a form of exercise. So the less
Yeah.
you do it, the less you want to do, and then it becomes more challenging.
I think that's a great thing, by the way. That's
What?
a great idea. I think you should go and see Dr. Martha
Why?
and find out if you are a sex addict.
Why though?
You just said you want to find out. Yeah, so
You
you
did.
can actually go to a
I'm not
sexologist.
like she looks at me. She knows I'm not a sex addict. No, I'm right. I mean, okay. Maybe I'll go and see you. Okay. This is Kasha. We'll continue to talk to our sexologist, Dr. Martha Lee, on the Big Show TV. It's Kasha with TikTok on Kiss 92.
Wake up in the morning feeling.
Is this a case of practice makes perfect? So, like, if you're going through some problems because of menopause, andropause, age, whatever it is, lack of libido, if you have it or do it more, you will want to and get better at it?
Yes. So in my work, there is a phrase, in a nutshell, do it or lose it. Do it or lose it, because our sexuality is like a muscle. So if you just ignore it, your body will not leave you in a state of frustration, and you will just get used to not having sex. So sex is a form of exercise. It is good for you. There are people who overdo it. When I say overdo, it means that they are stressing their body, they are forcing their body to ejaculate.
Right.
So do you really organically feel horny, or are you forcing yourself to feel horny? Like, for instance, like watching a lot of porn online. That is legal.
That's legal. Okay.
Well, I mean, you mentioned earlier when we talked about, there are things you can do to delay, andropause, and you said exercise. And sex being a form of exercise, so maybe the more sex you have, then you can delay andropause.
Yeah.
And also those people who choose not to have partners, or choose not to have sex, or don't have a partner. Did I say don't have a partner?
Yes.
So you can actually still pleasure yourself, masturbate, and then keep your sexual functioning going.
Is there such a thing as having too much sex though? I mean, not to an addict point of view, but just
Yeah. So I actually think listen to your body. So if your body is in pain, your body doesn't feel like it, then don't do it. It's a little bit like eating, that we can eat anytime.
Yeah.
But is it really helpful to eat when you're not hungry?
Okay. Get hungry
Yeah,
then.
eating is a very social thing, right? So a lot of people just do it because they think they should do it, but actually they are forcing their body to do it. And in my work, because I meet a lot of people, somehow I can tell when someone is overdoing it, they actually look drained.
Oh,
they
no.
look drained.
Oh dear.
Overdoing, probably they are masturbating too much.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of men that I know of, they masturbate not because they are horny. They masturbate for different reasons. They masturbate because they're bored. They masturbate because they want to de-stress.
They masturbate because their wives are not giving it to them.
Yes,
and they don't want to cheat on their wives.
Okay.
My goodness.
Also as a form of escape, distraction. So it's not because their body needs it.
Yeah.
So how about learning how to cope with stress in other ways other than masturbating?
But how do you know your body needs it then? You know?
You feel horny.
Yeah, exactly.
All the time. All the time.
It's not you're making yourself horny. You already feel horny in and by itself.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about this. I'm feeling horny already.
Whoa.
turn around now.
I'm just moving a little bit. You know what I mean? You've heard that term, right? For guys,
you need to
right?
cover up.
Blue what?
Stop it.
Right? When a guy is so horny he cannot think, they say he's got blue what?
Oh.
Yes, we know what.
Yeah.
We know where you're going with this.
Blue goalies.
Blue goalies, right? So is that a sign that he needs more of it, or that he's just a sex addict?
Yeah, go for it if you can. You know, in the comfort, safety of your house. I feel that you shouldn't suppress your sexuality because it's something that is natural.
I think guys, let's say if they don't do it or they don't even masturbate, they don't release. Is that one of the reasons for them coming down with prostate issues?
There is a belief that people who don't masturbate regularly are more likely to have prostate cancer. So this can happen. There's research that says men should masturbate every 10 days or so to help prevent prostate cancer.
Yeah, but can you imagine? It's so boring if the guy is masturbating all the time. So I'm doing this for all my brothers and for all the guys who are tuned in right now. Wives and girlfriends, help your guy out.
Okay,
As in take that into consideration. When was the last time you made love to your husband? Maybe it's been a while.
So romantic,
It's
made love.
Friday today, TGIF.
It's a long
How about give him a surprise? Yeah.
Help him out. Give him a hand.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, help him out.
Yeah, if you don't do it, give him
a
a hand. It's still better than him using his own hand.
So,
and sex doesn't have to always be the same way, It doesn't have to be penetration. It can be with the hand, with the mouth, with toys.
exactly. There's so many ways to do it. But you said every 10 days. So is that... I know people are going to say this is rigid and stuff like that, but is that what couples should be aiming for if they're not doing it at all? Because it helps the man maybe allay prostate cancer, knock on wood, should he get it. What about for the women? Is there a minimal amount of times they need to orgasm, or is it as important?
Okay, so if they want to really maintain their sexual functioning, it is encouraged that they do it at least once a week.
Okay.
Even if they do not have a partner. So they can use toys.
Men, right?
Men and women.
Men and women,
Yeah.
okay.
They can use toys. They can use different things to help themselves to experience pleasure. It's really about keeping the organ healthy.
Okay.
So I know that's the very a technical way of thinking about things, but also it's this is your body to experience, to have fun with. Don't be afraid of your own body.
Yeah, don't be shy. Okay, let's go back on air. Sigala, Leanne, and Jonita Gandhi right here. Hello on Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. We've been speaking to Dr. Martha Tara Lee, our sexologist, and we've pretty much been talking about menopause today.
Yeah, menopause, andropause. We talked about the importance of loving yourself, monitoring how often you're loving yourself.
Yeah, yes. We've also spoken about the SOL app. SOL stands for Spring of Life. You can find out more at solmenopause.com. It says that the impact of menopause is huge. 1.2 billion women globally are over 45 years old, representing 30% of women worldwide.
Yeah.
And that's how many women in the world are going through menopause. So lots of information to be had on the app. Find out more on their website, soulmenopause.com. But you also said that you have a couple of talks coming up, right?
Yes, so I have an event called Uncovering Eros in November 8 and 9. And this is a 2-day event where I have different counselors talking about all aspects of sexuality. So yeah, check out my website, eroscoaching.com under events.
Okay, nice.
So that's the name of your company, right? Eros
Coaching.
Sex. No.
Eros Coaching.
Eros Coaching. That's
yes,
right.
and then the event is called Uncovering Eros. So on the night of the first event, the first day, then I also have the 15th Sex Positive Comedy Show.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to make it free. I'm going to make it free. There's capacity for 50 people. And pay what you can. All the money goes to the comics. That's for the comedy show.
Oh, that's
Speaking of the
lovely.
comedy
So
show.
wait, so you are doing a...
Yes, I'm doing. I'm
Yes.
hosting.
You're a stand-up comedian.
Yes, I have been doing it for the last 2 years. Last year, I went to Melbourne Fringe and I did my own one-woman show.
Wow.
Okay, I don't think I'm a very good performer, but I really feel very strongly about advocating for positive sexuality. So yeah, I did the show, and yeah, I've been doing stand-up comedy.
I want to watch her.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
amazing.
I mean, we just have to ask the obvious lah, okay? Like as a sexologist, right? When you do your stand-up, is a lot of your material and content based on sex.
Yes, I joke about the first time I masturbated, the first time I saw porn.
Oh.
And things like that. Yeah.
Okay, so the 15th Sex Positive show is hosted by, obviously, sexologist. You need to change this, Dr. Martha. It's happening on the 8th of November, 7:30 to 9 at Monk's Brew, which is on East Coast Road. It says, get ready for a night where sexuality meets humor in its most honest and playful form. It brings together comedians, storytellers, and unapologetic truth tellers. You can expect sharp wit, bold perspectives, and moments that make you go, oh my god, that's so true, in a space that's inclusive, respectful, and stigma-free.
I want to go.
That sounds like
8th
fun.
of November.
8th of
Yes.
November.
What time?
7:30.
Okay. Can I buy the ticket now from you or tickets?
Oh, of course, let you come for free.
No.
Let
must
him
support
what
you.
for free?
No,
Oh,
free.
Timo!
stop it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, it's so as sad as it is, to see you go today. We can't wait to see you come back again. I mean, we're having such a wonderful time with you here.
Oh, I love coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I
as
love
well.
you, Dr. Martha Lee.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, but we definitely need to go down
8th
on the
of
8th
November,
at
yes.
Monk's Brew.
Monk's
Yes,
Brew,
at East Coast.
57 East Coast.
So
Road.
how can people get tickets, or do
Oh,
they
yeah.
just go down to Monk's
Yes,
Brew?
so they can go to my website, Eros Coaching, under events, and just sign up.
Okay.
All right, we're there.
Yeah, we're there.
Nice.
All of us. Oh,
Nice.
I cannot speak for Cheyenne and Shalini. They might not
Too young.
be
Underage.
free on that day.
Young.
Too young.
Underage.
But for sure, I'm going to be there. Huh, bro?
Yeah.
We,
thank
okay,
you. We're
for
there,
sure.
we're
We
there.
are going to be, Angel.
It's my wedding anniversary, I'll let you know.
That means no.
That would be a great place to celebrate.
That is true as well. Yes, learn about our sexuality.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Martha Lee, our sexologist. Thank you so much.
Sexologist.
Sexologist for
Sexologist.
joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you.
The big